All right, gang, here we are again with a new video about lead funnels. I think in many ways they're broken, and I think in many ways ChatGPT can help. So that's what I want to dig into here. Give you just my take on the marketing landscape and gain insights into the modern complexities. I've run a marketing agency for 10 years plus. I've seen the inside of a lot of different large companies, medium-sized companies, marketing campaigns. Just kind of want to share what I'm seeing on that side. I'm going to give you some practical advice for ChatGPT and other AI applications. We're going to look into how to use these for decision making, and especially exploring ICE and PI frameworks. A really cool concept. If you haven't heard of those, even if you have, I've got some prompts that'll help implement those. Ways you can use ChatGPT to improve customer engagement. A lot of prompts around that, ways to boost productivity, and really thinking about a holistic customer view, a holistic approach to your marketing that is a little different than the funnel. I've got some additional resources and other lessons I can point you to if any of this really strikes your interest. Before I get into it, I want to mention that I do have this in a PDF format in my Patreon. For just a few bucks, you can get access with this with all the prompts that you can just copy and paste into ChatGPT. Again, for just a few dollars, you can get this and access to many dozens of other helpful tools there. So let's jump into this and just take a look at my thoughts on what's broken with lead funnels and how it can be fixed. So this conventional linear model of lead funnels is sort of outdated in today's rapidly evolving market. I think the modern customer journey is a little bit more complex and involves many touch points across various platforms. A friend of mine had a software that would look at how many touch points someone needed before they made a decision. Common marketing knowledge would say it's 7, but his research found it was more like 70. So that's a big disconnect that you want to be thinking about. That decision making is very complex these days. And at the same time, the way that folks attract different customers is just very, very flooded. It's really hard to stand out. Search engine optimization and pay-per-click advertising are in a constant state of flux now more than ever with the addition of ChatGPT and so many people going to that for answers rather than SEO is changing everything up there. So targeting the right audience with effective marketing is just getting increasingly challenging. And a lack of visibility can directly affect a brand's ability to attract potential customers. So I think folks are really struggling to get the word out in this complex zone. We're going to talk about fixes to all of these. Then on the interest informed level, this usually hinged on email marketing. That section is becoming more and more difficult as inboxes are getting flooded with cold email, and delivery rates are becoming a challenging thing. So there's a lot of problems at that section of the funnel. On the conversion side of things, businesses are facing an unstable economy. They're more budget conscious than ever, so this can really stretch out that process. On the engagement and loyalty side, we're in this time of great change on every level. So I think, that's causing a lot of factors that are major disruptions across many industries. This includes AI and all sorts of other factors. So if your lead funnels are struggling, I want to say loud and clearly, you're not alone. I've seen this kind of across the board. There are people that still have beautiful businesses, certain things working, but there's a lot of people struggling out there. So what can we do about it? Let's take a look at the top of the funnel, this attract awareness phase. Market research. This is one of my favorite use cases of ChatGPT. It can help you really navigate this cluttered landscape, assisting with research by developing more details about your customers, understanding the nuances of these various groups. You can get a much better handle on who they are and really build content that really resonates with a very targeted audience. Now more than ever, you can understand your audience on a very deep level. I've got a video called Modern Market Research that dives deep into this. the gist of some of the things I've been exploring there is looking at communities where your target audience is publicly speaking their opinions about products similar to yours or the problems that your products solve. Looking at Reddit, Amazon product reviews are two great places. Grabbing all of that, downloading all that text, again, that's all in that video, shows you how to do that, pulling that into ChatGPT and using that, step 3, to create an empathy map that captures the precise language your audience is using and saving that empathy map to use in all of your marketing. And you can then feed that back into ChatGPT as part of your future prompts in order to get very customized content ideas from ChatGPT. Moving on. Social media. So this is another big one. I just created a video about Instagram and ChatGPT, and I think that ChatGPT can really help you brainstorm creative content ideas. So really helping you think outside of the box and guide you into forming strategic partnerships with identifying different influencers. So here's a few prompts that can be helpful for that. A campaign ideas prompt. What are some potential themes or narratives that could form the backbone of my next Instagram campaign? Here's an empathy map of my audience from the previous recommendation. Refining your visuals based on the following research. What are some strategies to build a cohesive, distinct aesthetic look for my Instagram campaign that aligns with my brand? Here's my research, and you plug in your research about what other folks are doing. Again, I have details about all this in my ChatGPT and Instagram video. Collaborator outreach. I think working with collaborators is going to be a huge, even bigger part of the future of marketing. So based on the following research, help me create DM messages to pitch Instagram influencers, collaboration ideas. Here's that research again. Out of the box ideas. So growth hacking, ideation. I think the term growth hacking has been overused. It's hard to sort of get away from it. But what it originally meant is thinking about these outside the box strategies to attract users, and thinking even about offline options, because as things are so cluttered online, so expensive, every click costs so much money now, you can do some pretty cool stuff offline, even if you're trying to promote a software brand. That the more things get expensive, the more expensive things get online, the cheaper, these offline experiences can be. So here's a couple prompts that can help here. Number 1, for outside the box user-generated content. How can we incorporate user-generated content both online and offline to boost engagement and attract new users? What would a campaign look like that incentivizes users to share their offline experience with our product or service? Here's some research about what you're all about. Another one, real-world presence prompt. How can we improve our real-world presence using pop-up stores, booths, or physical marketplaces to attract buyers and sellers? There are unique promotional events or collaborations that we can initiate to increase activity around our product or service. I think there's a lot of opportunity there. The amount of money people are spending to get clicks, you can do some really cool things offline to engage with folks. So other resources to check out here, I've got a video on divergent thinking that really goes into all different creative thinking methods that can help you generate ideas that can give you an edge. And there's a book called The Cold Start Problem that dives deep into this from somebody who created some of the biggest software brands out there. So those are a couple places to check out that. ICE and PI. So these are frameworks for helping you decide what marketing to test. And these are very helpful because they kind of give you priorities on like what is the impact that a potential channel might have, what is the confidence of success there, and what is the ease of implementation. Pi is similar but a little different. What is the potential success, what is the importance, what is the ease there. So these two frameworks can help you prioritize the tasks based on the potential impact, ease of implementation, and business importance. And here's a couple prompts for those. The ICE framework prompt number 1, considering our resources, every company has limited resources, which of our potential growth strategies would be the easiest to implement? Assign an ease score using the ICE framework. Here's a brief summary of our resources. So, what is your budget? What is your time constraints? XYZ, what are you looking to get out of it? Put all that in there. Another one, framework prompt 2. Can you help us generate a list of growth strategies and then score each one using both ICE and PI frameworks? And number 3 here, what user acquisition strategies should we prioritize? Consider both potential impact on conversion rates and overall growth. So with that one, you want to put in some information about your organization as well. I think these can be really helpful prompts to just give you an idea of what are all the options out there and which ones are going to have the most impact for the least amount of initial budget. All right, moving into this section 2 of informing an interest. And I think this is something that's evolving very quickly. So I think ChatGPT already can help you personalize your follow-up communications and tailor them to individual customer interests and behaviors. But I think very soon there's going to be some really cool marketing automation tools that will be able to perform a deep analysis of user engagement, further enhancing different personalization capabilities. So you might want to think of now, oftentimes if someone opts in, you might send them an email saying, hey, here's our 3 or 4 most popular blog posts. Well, those may or may not be relevant to that particular person. I think very quickly, I think this is probably already available but not widely used. That marketing automation tool, whatever it is, might know that, okay, this user has clicked on this. This person came from here. They seem to be interested in that, and serve them up, hey, here's like 3 or 4 blog articles specifically tailored to the things that they already clicked on, the things they've already shown interest in. That's just one simple example of this hyper-personalization that I think is going to help in this inform and interest phase. So keep a lookout for that and think about how you might adopt that, and that's probably something I'll be covering in a future video as well. So now section 3, just thinking about all of this in a different way. Instead of this linear funnel where this conversion is the end point, thinking about the customers as the central part of your organization that everything revolves around. So in the flywheel model, customers aren't the end goal, they're integral to the entire process. LLMs like ChatGPT can help you understand the total customer value and lifetime value of these customers, shifting your focus from just these individual transactions, these conversions, to long-term customer relationships. So these are 2 terms you're probably familiar with, but I think using ChatGPT to understand them in a better way, really put this as your goal, can be a helpful tool in your tool set. So here's a few prompts related to this total customer value, total lifetime customer value. What metrics should we track to better understand our total customer value and lifetime value? How should we analyze these metrics? Prompt 2, how might we improve our customer service or customer experience to increase customer satisfaction, consequently customer lifetime value? And with all of these, it's helpful to put in a brief on your organization, your audience, what you sell, and all of that different information. I have all of that in my prompt engineering video that you might want to check out, how to make sure that the model has customized information to you at hand. So when you ask all these things, it's not just giving you generic answers. Prompt 3 here. Could we create a tiered product or service offering that encourage customers to upgrade, thereby increasing our total customer value? Prompt 4, how can we leverage customer feedback to improve our product or service and increase our lifetime value? So these are just a few things to think about to put those customers in the central part of your organization. Customer delight. So those are just kind of ways of thinking of customer value. Here's, I think, something that's probably even more powerful is how can you really delight these folks and make sure they turn into your marketing channel. So a lot of people talk about product-led growth was a big buzzword. Delighting customers is how that's done. Here's some prompts related to that. Number 1, can you suggest any ways we could surprise our customers and create delight during their interaction with our service? Number 2, how might we create a customer loyalty program that truly stands out and provides significant value? Number 3, in what ways can we personalize our communications more effectively to connect with our customers on a deeper level? Prompt number 4, what elements can we add to our product or service that might surprise and delight customers while also enhancing their overall experience? So Think about ways that you can turn your offer and what you deliver into a truly delightful experience is going to make all the other layers of your funnel work much better. Awesome. So I hope you got a ton out of this video. Again, I have a cheat sheet version of all this with all the prompts that you can easily copy and paste, available in my Patreon with many dozens of other cheat sheets, just a couple bucks a month. There's also some Google Collabs in there, which is a growing library of helpful tools that you can create software, custom scripts with, etc. And there's some one-on-one coaching and consulting options there. If you're interested in chatting with me more about what you're up to, I'd love to connect. Thanks for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe, and comment. I'd love to hear what's resonating with you here. And I'll see you on the next video.